Hi guys, welcome to a Mother's Day card tutorial. Today's card is going to be featuring the Avant Garden set from Stampin' Up. I'm also going to use the gorgeous Grunge set. I have some cardstock already cut out here, and those two in the front are from the Mama Elephant Basic Set Creative Cuts. I also have some ink. I have Pistachio Pudding, Pink Pirouette, and Smoky Slate. Also going to be using my Memento Tuxedo Black ink. So let's get started stamping. So first up, we're going to be stamping our flowers, and this is a really pretty set. This is from the Sale-a-bration. We're going to be using that flower, the stem, the stamen, and the little leaf. This coordinates beautifully together or separately. We're going to start with the pink Pirouette ink, and we're also going to be using Smoky Slate for the flowers. So I'm just going to be stamping each of these at different heights. And I'm going to stamp all the pink ones first. And this is such a pretty stamp set. Like a lot of people, when I first saw it, I was like, oh, I don't really think I need this one. And then as I Googled some ideas for it, I was like, okay, I really need this. And it literally went from like my third most wanted stamp set to my first most wanted free stamp set. So I'm just going to stamp my last Smoky Slate flower. And I want more pink ones, so that's why the gray is a little off to the side and off to the bottom. So next I'm going to stamp the stems, and this is in Pistachio Pudding. And these colors work really well together. I love the look of pink and gray, and as these dry, they do soften up a bit. So I'm just kind of twisting the stem around as I stamp it just to get a little bit different look. So next up, we're just going to stamp that little petal. Just going to go and fast forward here. And the petal can be used to fill in the white space. You'll see the top two flowers do have plenty of white around them. So this is perfect for filling that up. And next up, we're just going to take the Memento black ink, and I'm going to use that to stamp the stamen inside the gray flowers, and I'm going to use the Smoky Slate to stamp it inside the pink flowers. So now I'm just going to finish off my last three little flowers. And you can see how nice that gray looks on top of that light pink. And here I have a small Mother's Day sentiment, and I'm just going to fit that in right between those flowers. There we go. So next up, I'm going to take the gorgeous Grunge. I'm going to use those little splatters, and we're going to use Smoky Slate, but this time I'm going to stamp it off. So it's just a light little splatter of gray. This is the perfect stamp to use for filler or to add a little bit of interest to your card. And that's what I'm going to use it for, actually both of those. I just want a little bit, just add a little something and take down the whiteness just a bit. So I'm just going to add one more little section right there. And now that we have that finished, we just need to attach this to our card front. And to do that, I'm just going to use a little bit of my Tombow Mono Multi Glue. And sometimes when I get like globs like that, I'll use this little stick thing just to smooth it out so I don't have any glue bubbles. This glue doesn't do that, and it dries really well with paper, but you don't want to get too much in one area. So you just want to smooth that down, and now we're going to stick this onto our card base, and I'm just using some Recollections gray cardstock, and I'm just going to use some foam tape to do that. So I'm just going to cut a bunch of pieces and attach them to the back of my card. And once you get those stuck all around the card, you just want to take off the backing. And then just go ahead and center that onto your card base. And so next up, I want to trim a piece for the inside of the card. And yes, I've had that trimmer for 19 years, and it still trims like a champ. I never sharpen it, and it just keeps trimming and trimming. I love it. So next up, we're going to be stamping a pink and gray flower on the inside as well. And I'm just going to nest this gray flower right in with a pink one. And I think that looks great, just like that. So I'm just going to add their little stamens. And the inside of this card is finished. So the last thing we have to do is attach this to the inside of our card. And to do that, I'm just going to use some of my Tombow multi-glue again. And I'm just going to put a little bit of that all along the four edges and get that nice and centered. And then just press it down. And here we have our finished card. I think this is a lovely Mother's Day card. I also have made one for a birthday card, and I made this one just exactly the same pretty much, except it doesn't have any of the gorgeous grunge splatters on it. I think these cards would look so pretty with, pearls or Wink of Stella. So I hope you guys have liked this card tutorial, and I hope this has given you another idea on what to do with the Avant Garden stamp set from Stampin' Up. So once again, thank you for watching, and I will see you again later with another card tutorial. Bye!